Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. They'll be talking about the upcoming performance of Band Geeks here at Troy University. My guest today is the creator of the performance, or the play, Band Geeks, Tommy Newman, and one of the actresses in the play, Kara McDowell. Thanks for joining me here today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And as I mentioned, Band Geeks, it's a musical.
It is.
And it's making its Troy and debut here. And right. For the folks out there who don't know, you're an alum who has gone off and had some success in the big time and bringing back a play for your alma mater. Tell us about how this all came about.
Well, I went to undergrad at Troy University. I was a music education major and marched in the Sound of the South. And I was here, I guess, around 1998 to 2003-ish or so, and went off to NYU to go to grad school. And while I was there, we took a class in creating a musical that was based on an ensemble, sort of like a chorus line or whatnot. And in that class, they put it to us. They said, what group do you most identify with? And I sort of instantly thought of the Sound of the South and my experience in high school marching band. I marched for 8 years and loved it. It was one of the greatest experiences in my life. And so instantly, the first idea that came to mind was Band Geeks.
Yeah, of course.
And so I took it to my collaborators, Mark Allen and Gabi Alter, who I had written 2 other shows with. And we thought, yeah, this sounds like a great idea. So we set out on the journey of writing that musical, and we've just had a great time putting it together.
And now tell us a little about what the play's about, briefly, I guess, so we can get a little taste of what it's all about here.
Sure. Well, it's all about this small band, this marching band in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, with dwindling funds, and the program is sort of going down. People are losing interest in it, and they have to turn the band around and make sure that they can save it. That's the big arc of the piece. But then within it, there's this sort of love trapezoid that goes on between Jake, the football player who's come in from another school, who is thrown into this Band Geek situation and has to deal with them. And he certainly uses the word Band Geeks as an epithet, as a slur, and then he eventually becomes one himself.
There you go.
And then it's between Jake and between Elliot, the tuba player, who has been in love ever since, the 3rd grade or so, with the twirler girl in the marching band, who doesn't even know that he exists. And then the twirler girl starts to have a thing for Jake. So, and Jake has a thing for Laura, the flute player, who is Elliot's best friend.
Sounds like some high drama there.
It is high drama, I tell you. The stakes are crazy.
Well, we'll talk about the fact that, you talk about the characters there, and obviously Kara plays a character in this. Who do you play in this?
I play Laura, the flute player.
Okay, and so you involved in all the drama part of this? So
I am. It's my senior year, and I'm thinking this will finally be the time that I can confess to my best friend Elliot, tuba player, that I like him, and I think that everything's going to go great until Jake shows up and then some twirler girl drama. So.
Well, there you go. Now, tell me a little bit about what does it feel like as an actress to be able to work so closely with the person responsible for creating the production that you're putting together?
Well, it's been a really amazing process, just getting to be so close, and we'll be in rehearsal sometimes and we'll be doing a scene and Tommy will be like, oh, I don't like that anymore, and so he can just change it, and we don't have to go through any copyright or anything, and he can change some of the stuff to fit us. So I've never got to experience that before with the creator. I've never gotten to.
And of course, part of this is you are tweaking the play a little bit right here in Troy, because you're trying to do something else you're trying to expand this play, right?
This is the first time that we're doing the show with a large cast. It's a very large cast. It's very ambitious. About 25 students or so from the university are in this production. And they will be featured as characters and supporting characters and whatnot. And it's expanded from the original 12 that we first started out with. And then we have an actual band of 12 players who will be featured up in boxes on stage, back behind the actors themselves.
So a little bit bigger crew and a chance to expand on something that you've already had some time and attention with. Now, if anyone's interested in seeing it, when and where can they see it?
They can see it at the end of this month, March 29th, 30th and 31st in Troy, Alabama at the Claudia Crosby. And showtime starts at 7:30.
Okay. House opens at 7.
All right. And then so an opportunity to see it there. And I know you're going elsewhere with it. I know Montgomery, Birmingham, but for the Troy folks, that's when they'll get the chance to see it. So get a chance to check it out. And it sounds fun. And obviously seeing a hometown boy come back to his alma mater and show off what he's been doing. So thanks both of you for joining today. And it sounds like it's going to be a good show.
Thanks a lot.